So hello guys and welcome back to Glock9 Predictions. Today we will be predicting the 2020 NFL, my 2020 NFL Week 2 predictions. And also I do have two things to say. Number one is that I did go 10-6 last week. My goal is to get around 160 to 170 wins. That's at least my goal. That's my goal. And number two is that I know this is getting posted after the Thursday Night Football game. You don't have to believe me, but I did pick the Cleveland Browns to win, so I'll just do that again. You really don't have to believe me, but I did pick the Browns to win there. And, so that's pretty much all I have to say. That's all I have to say. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And now, first game, Browns beat the Bengals there. And now for the second game here, you do have the Bills versus the Dolphins. And I do think that the Buffalo Bills can win this game. I think that it is a possibility that the Dolphins could win that game. But, if Josh Allen gets 2 fumbles, and if Josh Allen fumbles the ball, there's a definite chance that the Dolphins could win that game. And but I do have the Buffalo Bills squeezing through and winning this game. And now with the second/third game, you do have the Denver Broncos versus the Pittsburgh Steelers here. And for this one, I do think that the Steelers did play pretty decently well against the Giants, but my gut is saying that the Broncos will win this game. I just think that they have good coaching, and there's no way that they could possibly go 0-2, because if you check their schedule out, if they do go 0-2, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. To be honest, maybe get that 8 seed, but I just think that the Broncos have a good coaching, and I do think that they will defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now with the third/fourth game, I do have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans here, and I do have the Tennessee Titans pulling this one off. Sorry, Minshew Mania. I just think there's no way that the Titans can lose to the Jaguars. It is a possibility because you never know, but there's no way. And now with the the fifth game of the day, you do have the Chiefs versus the Chargers, and I think that this is going to be an easy one here. I think that the Chiefs are going to win this game. They're just a better team than the Chargers, And now, same exact thing. I do have the Ravens beating the Texans. The Ravens are just a better team than the Texans. If the Texans win, that would be crazy. It's just the Ravens are a much better team than the Texans, and I just see the Ravens winning this game now. And now with the first AFC versus NFC game, you do have the Vikings versus the Colts. And I believe that the Vikings are going to win this game. The Colts don't have that good of an offense, so I don't think the Colts are just going to pour on points versus the Vikings. And I think the Vikings are going to pull back and win this game here. And now with the second AFC versus NFC game here, you do have the 49ers versus the Jets here. And I got the 49ers here. I think that the Jets aren't going to be that good of a team this year. The game versus the Bills wasn't a 27-17 game. It wasn't even close to that. And I just think like the Chiefs versus Chargers and the Ravens versus Texans, another just good team versus bad team. I just think that there's no possible way that the Jets could win this game. Obviously, there's a possibility, but I just don't see it happening. And so I do have the 49ers beating the New York Jets. And now with Sunday Night Football here, you do have the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks here. I just think the Seahawks, they were a better team than the Patriots. Seahawks, they're just a better team than the Patriots. I think, obviously, it's Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots easily could win this game, but I think it's week 2. Seahawks have a good offense. They have a pretty good defense. I just don't see it happening. I do have the Seahawks beating the Patriots. And now with the final game, AFC versus NFC, it is Monday Night Football. You do have the Saints versus the Raiders. I do think that it is a possibility that the Raiders do win this game. Because obviously you have Josh Jacobs, he can rack up points. And yeah, but this one's a close one here. Honestly, this is a tough one here, but I'm going with my gut here, and I do think that the New Orleans Saints are gonna win this game. Again, it is a possibility that the Raiders do win this game. I think that they're easily one of the most underrated teams in the NFL. And with Josh Jacobs there, they could easily win this game. It's just the thing that is holding them back is their defense, and that's why the Saints win this game. And now, with the first NFC game here, I do have the Giants versus the Bears. It is a possibility that the Giants win, but I do think that the Bears, they're just gonna find a way to win here. That's just my guess. And yeah, again, it is a possibility that the Giants do win this game. I'm just gonna go with the Bears. And now, with the second NFC game, you do have the Panthers versus the Buccaneers. I think that the Buccaneers are gonna bounce back and beat the Panthers. And yeah, Buccaneers, they didn't do too well against the Saints. Their defense did, but I still think that their offense did decent, even though Tom Brady, he did a pick six or whatever. But I think they'll look into the film, and I do think that the Buccaneers are going to bounce back and beat the Carolina Panthers here. But it also is a possibility that the Panthers do beat the Buccaneers. But I'm just saying the Buccaneers. Same thing with the Bears and Raiders or whatever. And now, with the third NFC game here, you do have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys here. I think that it is a huge possibility that the Falcons do win this game, but I am going to go with the Dallas Cowboys here. I just think that they're going to bounce back from the Rams game here. I think that they easily could have beat the Rams, to be honest, but I just think they're going to bounce back and beat the Falcons here. And now, with the fourth NFC game, you do have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles here. Now, it is a possibility that the Rams do win this game here. I'm going with my gut. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles here again. I just went with my gut. It is a huge possibility that the Rams do win this game here, but I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'm just going to go with my gut here. And now with the second to last NFC game here, you do have the Lions versus the Packers. I think the Packers are going to win this game here. I don't think that it's going to be like the 2019 Lions where they get off to a pretty good start here, but I just think that the Lions, like the Jets, I just think that they're not going to have a good season this year, and I'm going to go with the Packers here. And now with the last NFC game here, you do have the Washington football team versus the Arizona Cardinals here. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. It is a possibility that the football team, they could beat the Cardinals there. But I don't see it happening. I think Cardinals are too good of a team to lose to the football team. Same thing with the Titans versus Jaguars. And yeah. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you liked it, I highly recommend if you hit subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications so you do not miss a video. And that's going to be it, guys. Peace out.